So if you're in corporate tech sales right now, then you absolutely need to watch this video because I think we're in a bubble that's actually popping, if not already popped. So if you fail to actually get these things right, you're actually setting yourself up for not only financial disaster, but time waste. And most importantly, you could have been spending this time in a better vehicle for sales. Now, I'm talking from experience, having worked in companies like MindBody and Salesforce, seeing this way back in 2019. So, for you who might not know my actual story, but I actually used to work in tech sales. I was an SDR back then, and I kind of saw the writing in the wall. I ended up joining Salesforce back in 2019 and decided to not take the job offer after my internship because I realized I was joining at the peak of this company. What the craziest part was that I realized was literally about 3 to 4 years later, they had massive layoffs in the Salesforce company wide. And so the biggest lesson for me was understanding that at the end of the day, sales is the truth. Sales is the highest income skill that you can learn in order to literally create any type of financial income and freedom that you want. So it doesn't matter if you have the skill set, but if the vehicle that you're actually in isn't actually printing cash. So if you're currently in tech sales or a 9 to 5, a traditional corporate setting right now, the number one thing you have to understand is get in the right offer, get in the right vehicle. So here's what I mean by this. It's not saying that like tech sales is doomed, right? All I know is based on the headlines with how companies are going right now, it is not going in the growth period that it used to, and it's actually going in the decline. So if the ship is burning, the ship is sinking, y'all, you need to understand that you're going to be part of that sinking ship. So here's the beautiful thing. If you've already had, let's say, 1, 2, 3+ years of sales experience in tech, guess what? You have one of the most valuable and sought after skill sets in the whole market. So it's not all doom and gloom for you. It is doom and gloom for you if you don't find the right offer or vehicle to sell for. So what does that actually mean for us? Well, the biggest thing is I might need to actually start looking for different industries or different places or different vehicles, different offers that I can sell for. So what I did personally was I went from tech sales into high ticket remote online sales back in late 2019. So I made that transition because I realized I wanted to be part of a growing industry. The truth is, your level of income is only going to grow to the level of the offer, service, or industry that you're part of. Alex Hormozy actually talks about this a lot. If you're part of the newspaper business in 2024, guess what? You're probably not going to see a lot of growth. Why is that? Well, we got media, we got social, we got all these different things that are actually growing instead of newspapers. So if you're not part of a growing industry or a booming industry like high ticket remote sales, then you might need to actually consider selling a different offer, right? Number two, here's why I don't think tech sales is a great long-term strategy. Right now, in 2024, we've already gone through this surgence of Silicon Valley and all these tech companies and all these different people going through a process of becoming the trend, right? Everyone's already released their apps. Everyone's already released their software. So it's not necessarily the new cool thing like it used to be back in like 2017, back in 2018, right? It's actually kind of just the thing that people do. So anytime a trend is being saturated, you are entering what they call a red ocean. So understanding that you might be in a red ocean industry, that's a signal that I need to take my talents elsewhere. So if you are on the tail end of a company where you can't really, for example, climb the corporate ladder as much, or you're no longer hitting your bonuses or quota, what used to be 120% of attainment is now like 70, 80% if you're lucky or you're really good, it's only going to get worse, y'all. It's only going to get worse. So if you're already seeing the writing on the wall, maybe you're not going to President's Club in Hawaii like you used to, or maybe John from across the room is now the one who used to be the top performer. He's not even able to like attain his quota as well. that's a bad sign. And so the biggest thing that we have to understand from there is now come from a place of how then do I take something that used to be profitable and how do I exit and transition out of this? And that leads me to a third point right here, which is at the end of the day, who you know is just as important, if not more important than what you know, right? When I got into remote high ticket sales, like the biggest thing that helped me was really getting connected, introduced to people who are already doing well in this space. So if you're not part of the right communities, you're not connecting with the right people, or you're maybe not even, being in the right rooms or environments, then you can only expect more of the same thing, which is probably not that great if you're watching this video, right? If you want to get to the point where you're making, $250,000 a year or more in sales, because you have that potential, then you need to start making the connections to people that I call as the power broker in this space. So you can start to actually be connected to the right offers and opportunities in high ticket and online sales, right? I truly believe high ticket remote sales is the growing industry to be over the next 5 to 10 plus years. Online education, this online information space, is only growing more and more each year. In fact, it is a multiplicative and exponential growth happening right now in this online space that if you get into this now, you can actually be part of the rare few who is cashing in that 20, 30, 40K plus commissions that is possible in this space. I'm talking making a doctor's salary, literally just taking a skill set you already have into a better vehicle. Because that's what it is at the end of the day, is if we can be in the right boat, we're rowing in the right direction, we're with the right people, that is where the magic happens. So with that being said, guys, that is the 3 key things that we all need to be aware of when transitioning into high ticket remote sales space. Surround yourself with the right people, get yourself in the right vehicle, and understand when you're in a sinking ship. Get those 3 right, and you're going to secure your commission goals. Now, with that being said, if you are watching this for the first time and you're not liking or commenting or even subscribed to this YouTube channel, go ahead and actually subscribe right now for more sales sauce. Now, here's the beautiful thing. I got also something special if you're in sales or you're a business owner looking to improve your closing rate. I have a free sales school group in the description below called the Sales Dojo. Click that link. My team will approve it, and I'll see you on the other side. Besides then, I'll see you in the next video. Sensei out. Sayonara.